Good evening from the island of Malta. We are back at it again. It's a bit overcast and wet, but in this video I'm joined by a local pro photographer, Sam Scicluna.
And this video is all about location scouting.
Let's go.
So we've got a split in our path. We need to choose whether we're going to go further up the trail towards the cliffs or just continue along and get in the middle of the saddle where we'll be able to have a better view of both sides of the bay. So which way we go, I think we're probably better off that way for now.
So the weather has really turned on us here. We've been out for probably like half an hour and it's just getting worse, which is not good for making this vlog, nor is it very good for actually getting any photos.
No, not today.
No, it doesn't look like it, which is kind of shit because I just met Sam and he's got some amazing work. I'll link his website in the description. Be sure to go and check it out because especially your astro stuff, man, from here in Malta is like next level.
Thank you very much.
But really cool, so check out his stuff. So talking to you as a pro photographer, leading your own workshops, selling prints, what are your tips for location scouting? Maybe
people overlook the importance of scouting a location. So, you know, before a trip, I can be looking at the location for months, just trying to figure out all the spots I want to go to first, how to get to those spots, and then kind of planning a trip with the least amount of travel to make sure they kind of follow a sequence.
Okay.
As opposed to going from one side of a country to the other and then back to the same side a few days later. So it's a lot of work. It's mostly just trying to scour the internet for images of a location, see what I like, what I don't like, and then seeing where they are on the map to see that they're manageable within a short period of time, because unfortunately we never really travel for that long, maybe a week, 10 days, sometimes 2 weeks, but not more than that. So you need to make the most of the time when you're in a country and you're traveling.
Good tips. Plan ahead, use Google Maps, use the satellite version of Google Maps, and definitely, you know, making pins, saving locations, figuring out your itinerary, and following that once you're actually on location in the place.
Yeah, just using Google Maps to create your own personal map where you save all your locations. You know, you put the pins there, you can actually select the routes you want to travel as well on the roads. It's brilliant.
Little safe spot here and we're good to go. But we've got not a bad spot here. It's a bit sheltered and the rain's not coming down too badly that it's still not, you know, hectic enough to not set up the gear. So we are going to try and get a couple of images of this seascape here behind me, as well as the awesome peninsula and that view onto the tower in the background. There's a beach back there and some really nice rocks, and this wind might even be strong enough to get a bit of waves happening. So definitely worth setting up the gear and seeing what we can get.
So yeah, that shows us the sun should be setting where there's the thick orange line, and at the minute it's on the thin line. Can't really tell today, but that's where we would have had sunset.
So the rain is really coming down, and we found a bit of shelter under this rock. I think we got a couple of images. I definitely got one. Did you get a couple?
Yeah, I got an image. It's a bit flat, but that's to be expected with the weather.
The light is terrible. So let's use this opportunity to talk a little bit more about location scouting and a couple of the tips that we've got that you might also use or you might not know of for scouting your location. So what's an app that you use when scouting?
So generally, I'd just, like I said earlier, I'll scour the internet for images, just like Google images, put in the name of a place and find images from that location. And then once I know where that is, I'll use photo pills to see specifically where the sun's going to set or where the sun's going to rise from, where the moon is going to rise and set, and also if there's the Milky Way up, where that's going to be visible. So
the app is called Photo Pills. I'll put that in the description below. If you use that, let us know what you think of it. If you don't, go and check it out. I think it looks, from what I've seen, like a fantastic app. Yeah. So very cool, very useful. For me, I use Trover. I know you guys have heard of Trover through BVS and some of the videos we made in the past. I also use Instagram, funny enough, for hashtags. If I think that I'm going to a location that could look pretty good, I'll search it on Instagram, see if there are any images of it, just to get an idea of what it might look like from a different vantage point. Yeah. Because like every photographer has a different eye. You're gonna see a different location the way that you shoot it, the way your style is. So it could be better light or it could be different light. So it's definitely worth scouring the internet, as you say, using different apps to try and find out what that location could look like when you get there. So yeah, Trover, Instagram, and Photo Pills. Nice. When it's cold and rainy, always bring a hot drink with you. That's hot. So our final tips here for the location scouting. Sam, pro photographer based in Malta, but running trips in the Dolomites, in Iceland, in Italy, where
Tuscany,
else? Tuscany. Tell us, like, what's your final tip for location scouting?
I think one of the most important things is, once you've done all your planning, it's also just get out there. So you need to see the place with your own eyes. You can see it from a satellite image, you can spend hours looking at it, but you won't really understand and see a perfect composition until you're there and you've got your camera with you, because lens makes a difference as well.
It's all about the adventure and exploring and trying to find your composition at a location, and that's part of why I love photography. Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
It just takes you to new places that you never go to otherwise.
Exactly. So always, live that adventure, get out there, try and find your location, and be ready. Have the right gear, especially if you're going to places like Patagonia or Iceland or Malta. Who knew it would be like this?
Yeah, if we didn't have the right clothes on today, it would be cold and miserable, so it's a good thing we're sorted.
I am cold and miserable. Joking. We've got hot tea, and we got the shower caps for the lenses, got some crazy weather, and a good opportunity to do more of like a talking video about location scouting here with Sam. So yeah, the final tip then is just get out there.
Yeah, get out there. Get out there, have fun. Always wait for the night. Never assume it's not going to be good. That was epic.
And that's it. It's getting dark. We are still at the spot because we just ran down to where the coast is and the rocks are to try and get that final image of the sun just cresting on the horizon, and we got it. Yeah. So sick.
That was awesome.
Very good end to a vlog that honestly I thought was going to be kind of crap from the get-go. It looked like a terrible, terrible landscape weather day, but this is why you should always go out and shoot, because who knows what's going to happen, and sometimes you get gifts like that. Yeah. So you pretty happy?
Yeah, that was a fantastic sunset. Really good. We were in a decent location. We've got some action with the waves. It's wet, but it was really good.
Location scouting, and it adds to things like this. So hope you've enjoyed this video with the pro photographer Sam from Malta. Be sure to check his stuff out, linked in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.